So many distros. There are so many Linux distributions to choose from, it's amazing. You've got some for beginners, some for advanced users, some for hobbies, and you've got others for specific tasks, such as firewalls. Now, there is a huge selection of distributions, but there's really too many. It's so fragmented, and for a beginner it's really overwhelming. Advanced users will just go and find these and use them. They'll find one that suits their needs and use it. A beginner, it's not that simple, and the offerings for beginners really aren't that great anyway, which we're going to discuss in this video. We're going to discuss the fragmentation of distros, how the beginner ones aren't really that suited, and just how overwhelming it can be for a new user to try and choose one of these. Now, as you can see here, I'm on distrowatch.org. Here's the top 100 distributions. Now, this is just the top 100. This is just scraping the surface on how many distributions that there are. And that's what we're going to discuss in this video. Please enjoy. Now, in all fairness, it's fine to have choice. Absolutely fine to have choice. And I like some of these that just pop up completely based on their own sort of thing, and they always offer something different. The ones that offer something different are amazing. We've got Slitaz, for example. They're brilliant. Their minimalistic distribution is great. It's a nice change, and you'd put it on an older computer most likely. OpenJuice is one of my favourites. Mepis is a Debian based distro, and it uses KDE. Quite rightly so, it's a good distro. FreeBSD, I'm not counting this because it's not Linux. But just to look there, there's quite a few different distributions which offer different things, which is great. I like the ones that offer different things, different sets, different package managers. What I don't like is the ones that are based on something else all the time. You've got Ubuntu, Mint, etc., Ultimate Edition. You've got the Fedora spin-offs. You've got the Mandriva spin-offs. OpenSUSE isn't so bad, not many people seem to make spin-offs of that. Same with Arch, really. There's quite a few Slackware spin-offs. Now, it's becoming stupid, especially Ubuntu spin-offs. Now, I'm not picking on Ubuntu itself in this video. I'm picking on the sheer number of spin-offs, and I think that having an application which remasters Ubuntu was a silly idea, because it's just giving people the right to go and create a new distro all the time with nothing new being offered. And then they say it's the best, it does this, it does that, and then a few months down the line they ditch it, and if they've got any users, bye bye, just go back to Ubuntu, you know, forget it. And that's just ridiculous. How can you expect people to put up with this crap? Now we'll click onto Ubuntu here. Now it is Debian based, but I'm going to be fair to it, I think it's different enough to be considered its own entity now. I know it uses Debian packages, and technically it's Debian based, yes. But it's quite different from Debian. The way it's packaged is. I know it's Debian unstable, but still. So there's all the information about it. You can see there all the packages that it's included with it. I'm not going to go through them in great detail because it's just going to make a long video doing that. Click back. Click Mint. Based on Debian Ubuntu. So that it's just based on the distro which is based on something else. That's quite fragmented already. Scroll down. As you can see here, versions are practically identical to Ubuntu here. Now you've been given a nice new theme and some other features, but the point is these are just available in Ubuntu. Why not just make a meta package that people can download and use in Ubuntu? It seems totally pointless having a totally different system. It's just making it fragmented. And then longer down the line you might get people making Mint specific only packages, which shuts out Ubuntu people. I know it hasn't, I don't think it's happened yet, but if it has, then my point has been proven. Go back. Debian here. Now Debian is obviously Debian, it's not based on anything in particular, and so it's not fragmented. You can download Debian packages and use them, sort of thing. As you can see, it's got its own unique versions of packages and things. Go back. Same with Slackware. But then let's click on Ubuntu again. Now on distro watch, it gives us a choice. Let's click the beginners category. Now as we can see here, here's all the beginners distros. Now some of these are quite old. But here's an old one that I haven't seen for a while. Click back. Now if we go here and we click based on Ubuntu, click submit query. Look at this. All of these distributions based on Ubuntu. And it's just going to create confusion longer down the line. It's totally pointless. Look at it. And most of them are just stupid little changes. Few packages here and there. Theme here and there. Just make Ubuntu packages, make a PPA and stick them in there. Easiest thing to do. Less fragmentation, less new distros made by people who are inexperienced, which can't offer support to their users. And then when they get bored of it, they just ditch their users. It's absolutely disgraceful, and it makes Ubuntu and Linux look bad as a whole. And it's as simple as that. Look at them all. Now here's one I want to pick on, iMagicOS. We'll go to their website. Right, now this is a very interesting distribution. Products. Now it's not free. Okay, so why isn't it free? What's different about it? Why iMagicOS? iMagicOS has a great interface, a new sleek bleeding edge 3-dimensional desktop to help you organise Windows on a choice of 4 desktops. Now here we are. iMagicOS also comes with special scripts to auto-detect Windows and Linux installer files and open them with correct applications. Okay, fair play. Now we can skip this and then we come down here. iMagicOS comes preloaded with a powerful tool that lets you run hundreds of Windows applications on Linux called Play on Linux, including Windows games. Right, that's not fully supported. That's not fully supported. And that's not fully supported. And what use is Steam if the games that work with it aren't all supported? You're false advertising to people. And they're paying for this. It's terrible. How can you do this? Every other Linux distro can do this with ease. And every other Linux distro can do this with ease. It's disgraceful. And they're charging people to do this. I don't know what they're thinking. But it's just another prime example of fragmented Linux distributions. And people think, oh, well, put a price to it, it must be decent. Some people think like that. Not everyone does, but some people totally disregard stuff when it's free. So they'll buy this crap that claims to do what it doesn't do. And they'll be really disappointed and they would have wasted their money. I'd rather them go and purchase Mandriva Power Pack. At least it has some stuff going for it, like codecs and things. Forum. PHPBB forum. That's not a problem, is it? But still. And look at the forum. Doesn't exactly give off the impression of a professional distro, does it? But yeah, I think it's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Especially for the price it costs. I have no problem with people charging, but charging for this is just terrible. Able to run applications like Microsoft Office, Internet Explorer, Windows Media Player and many more. False advertising at its best.